We live. We live. We live. We live. Peace, everybody that's in the live. It's your main man, Juggernaut Arkatech Beatz. It's another live boom bap beat session. We're making some beats tonight. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do what we do.
Arkatech Beats.
If it's the first time here, make sure that you are subscribing to the channel. You know, we try to go on live, you know, probably every day.
Arkatech Beats.
So I've been loading some samples in here. I got some beats, some samples in here that I've been loading in, chopping up some stuff. I'm gonna play them, you know what I'm saying, and then I'll kind of deconstruct what I did, so that you can kind of hear, you know, what we're working with, so forth and so on. Shout out to my partner, Mike Trauma D. You know, like I said, if it's your first time here, make sure y'all subscribing and following the live. For all those producers out here that are trying to make some bread, learn the music business, make sure y'all check in with me. If y'all are producers and you're having issues with your music, make sure you check in with me. You know what I mean? As far as your, you know, people not giving y'all your money, etc. Try to help y'all with that. So, let's see what I got. Like I said, it's a simple drum loop, boom bap. But I got a sample in here that I was messing with, so check it out. Shout out to everybody joining the live. Everybody joining the live. We're making beats tonight, boom bap. Speed it up a little bit. I think I want it to go a little bit faster. Let me see if I can get it to go. Let's try it now. Let's try it like this. A little faster. Let's go. Lay that down. Let's go. Shout out to everybody joining the live. Yo, Zach, what up? Appreciate that, Zach. Yo, I'm trying to make beats, man. I'm about to make that group for that. Let's go. Now we're gonna break this down. We're gonna double it up. We're gonna make it twice as long. Pause. We're gonna make it do something a little bit different here. Let's delete that right there. And what we did is just doubling up. We don't want it to double. We wanted to play the whole sample for 4 bars. Let's try it again. I'm going to undo that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to double it up again. All right. So we're going to make this 8 bars. But watch how we try to get this arranged the right way. All right. Shout out to Hype. Big Pun changed my life, yo. First platinum record. Got us out the hood. Shout out Big Pun. Rest in peace. Prodigy Mobb Deep. Guys changed my life, man. They on my wall, you know what I mean? see what we did, right? We make it loop 3 times, and then on the first for the first 4 bars, it's repeating, and then on the last 4 bars, the whole loop plays out. So it kind of gives us a little bit of variation when we're doing it. So try it again. Let's do it again. Capital Punishment, Leatherface, and Triple Threat are the records we did with Big Pun. Been in the game a long time, bro. Shout out to Max V. November 9th. Max V will be home. November 9th, Max V will be home. Want to try to vary just a little bit, kind of get us a little bit of just play with it a little bit, see what we can get it to sound like. But we need variations between the hooks and the bridges, and hooks and the verses, so people could rap on. You got to give space for it to rap, right? So I'm gonna play with some filters. Yo, Hype, if I'm being honest, like, if you gotta put like compression and do a lot of that stuff, man, sometimes I would say that you're not using the right sounds. For guys who really want to be in here, like, really manipulating sounds and doing sound design, that's something different. But for guys who just want to try to make these beats, I think it all begins with, picking the right sounds, picking the right samples, picking the right drums, the right hi-hats, so you don't have to go through all that compression and all that other type of stuff, you know what I mean? At the most, you add some little effects to it, some EQ, so, a little bit, so forth and so on. But, that's like old school stuff, man. Like, we used to have to be putting compression on everything and trying to get everything to sound loud. Like, this box sound loud coming out, you know what I mean? Like as soon as you come out of this thing, it's loud, So, you got a nice bass in here, you know what I mean? And if I want to kind of have it, as part of the loop. maintenance on it. Get somebody, you know, just let the beat breathe a little bit, you know what I mean? And then we can turn it off when we're ready, you know? I'll be back, right? We making beats live Tuesday night, 10:30, 10:25. Down for you, right? Snare, hat, kick drum. Put it all together, you know what I mean? Sometimes I'll take drum beats or drum loops, just chop them up, reprogram them, you know what I mean? So I use stems in any of the beats, man, all the time, man. We sample, man. So we sample everything, man. You know what I'm saying? I could play on the keyboard, but I like more so the sample, if I'm being honest. You know what I mean? I know how to read music and play, but I prefer the sample. That's just, you know, it's just making beats, man. You know what I mean? I like this joint. I'm gonna try to save it. Today's April 1st. April Fool's to y'all. Shout out to everybody that's in the live, man. Share the live, man. Share the live with people who's into this music, man. Get people involved, man. We always looking for rappers and all that, you know what I mean? We answering questions too on the music business too now. I know there's a lot of people that have been asking a lot of questions about their music, trying to make their money on their music, and a lot of producers out here getting robbed. So, you know, we're trying to help people, you know what I mean? Let's play this again. Connections, man. You gotta have to be online or out the street, man. You gotta find where people is at, man. Like, that's the best advice that I can give. You know, but right now, you know, you guys got the benefit of the internet. You can be out here, you know, meeting all types of people, doing all types of different things. You know what I mean? Trying to see if we want to decide if I want to chop this up, if I want to run it straight. Trying to decide. this side. Yeah, let's. I'm gonna use it as is. Just to kind of get a feel for it, and then if it don't work for me, then I'll chop it up. Go with that. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Let's go, let's try it. Speed it up. Try that. We're gonna go for 8. See if we can get a little progression going. What did I just do? Nah, bro, don't do that. Let's go to another sample. Let's go again. Too soon. Let's try it again. Let's go. I gotta split this up. Hold on, let me see. Let's try something. And I'm just trying to find like a way to variate it so it's just not repeating endlessly. I gotta find a space for them to rap, you know what I mean? So what we doing now is trying to define the space. There we go, right there. There we go, right there. Let's go. Let's go. Let's Arkatech Beatz. Go. Shout out to Twin, let's go. I need a Pusha T, man. I need a Pusha T record bad. I could definitely get out the Kiss. You know, we did that Realest in the Game for Kiss on Top 5 That Are Alive. Yeah. If you ain't never heard it, go check it out. Realest in the Game. Jada Kiss with Sheik Lutz and I think it's Young Buck. Let's go. Definitely I need a Pusha T though. I get a Pusha T record. Ooh, that'll make the discography look crazy. Let's go. Another one. Let's go. Go. Shout out to everybody that's in the live. Shout out to everybody that's sharing the live. Arkatech Beatz. It's your main man Juggernaut.
Arkatech.
Listen, if you've never been here, man, make sure y'all follow and sharing the live, man. We making beats, boom bap on a Tuesday, showing people the ropes on the joint, what we do, give you some ideas how you get it done. Let's go. For those who just first got here, if y'all just got here, y'all didn't hear the first beat, I'm going to play the first beat real quick, and then I'm going to go back to the last one so we can get it going. Let's go. That's a slower flow, right? Now go crazy. Y'all sharing the live, share the live. Let's go. With a rapper right now that you think should get on this. Let's go. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Gotta get the rest of this sample in here. Let's go. Somebody tag Pusha T for me on, y'all. Let's go. Shout out to everybody that's joining the live. Shout out to everybody that's joining the live.
Arkatech Beatz.
Beats. Arkatech.
I'm gonna try to do one more joint before the night is up. You know, try to do 3 joints. You know, we just laying down ideas. I'll go back and then I'll try to get a good sequence. Listen to it loud rather. Try to get an idea of, you know, how I want it to go in terms of rhythmically. We have to figure out like how to make the track breathe, give it a chance for the for an artist to be able to rap on it the way they need to rap on it. We gotta create space. If we're not creating space, then it just doesn't work. And what I'm doing is I'm cutting a sample, a loop. I can't talk. Looping up a drum sample. 2 different snares. That's kind of dope. We're gonna do that. Alright, we're gonna convert that to a new drum track with non-destructive slices. So what this is gonna do is it's gonna assign everything that I just chopped up into individual pads so that I could program it. Right? I'm gonna just call it drum kit just for now. Alright. I'm gonna find a tempo. I think I'm gonna do about 85. Let's go. That's crazy. 2, 3, 4. That's crazy. I ain't listening to the metronome. I couldn't hear it for a second. This is wild. That was absolutely wild just now. I just could not hear it. Just try to name your tracks as you go along. Makes your life easier. Let's go. Let's go. I don't like that. Let's go again. Alright. Now we're going to go up to another time signature. Alright. So I can get it in. I'm going to lower this down in velocity a little bit. Maybe down to get it just a little bit of a giddy up. Yeah, we like that. So let's see what we're doing here. We're gonna give it a little bit more space. You know, put a little bit of air in the beginning. I don't want it to trigger exactly. It'll give it a little bit more swing. Sometimes the quantize can take some of the swing off, or sometimes what happens is you need to truncate your drums better, if that makes sense. So if you add more space to it, you might get more swing. If you put it closer to the wave, you might get it closer. It all depends on how tight you want your drum to sound. You know, for me right now, it's sounding how I kind of want it to sound. Now, let me see if I can find something to loop with this. I got my drum laid out. Let me see if I can find something arbitrarily to go with what I'm doing. wouldn't be surprised if Alchemist used that. Let's try. Yeah, I warped it. Fun fact, maybe in March of 2000, we were featured in The Source as the Millennium producers along with Alchemist, Mario Winans, and a bunch of other guys. It's crazy, right? You know what I'm saying? How so much time can pass and how guys' trajectories could change, you know what I mean? Just depending on, you know, if you keep grinding or how things work out, you know what I mean? You just got to continue to do what you're doing, you know? So shout out to Alchemist, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we was definitely in that magazine at the same time. And he just kept doing him, man. And, you know, look how long it take for him to get his just due, but he been doing it. Let's go. Salute, Zach, salute. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to everybody that's in the live. Shout out to everybody that shared the live. Let's go. And just for shits and giggles, we're gonna slow it down. Let's see how it sounds slower. Shout out to everybody joining the live. Shout out to everybody that's giving out gifts, coins, diamonds, roses. Shout out to all y'all. Appreciate that. Shout out to everybody that's sharing the live. Appreciate that. So all we did was we just, like I said, we programmed it. Right, we did the drums. I think if anybody who was with me from the beginning, they saw that I chopped the drums up. And then I found a sample. Well, I had a sample already loaded in here, to be honest. And then
Arkatech.
we started there, and then we got it to here. The song that we got on the Games documentary, it's on the Games documentary DVD. It's a song called "Never Be Friends." So if you go to YouTube, you can hear that, see that. It's a record that's basically, it's part of the documentary box set with the DVD. So that's how we got on that album in terms of being part of that album and getting the plaque that you see on the wall for that. He said, upfront money? Yeah, got upfront money. You got double upfront money. Now, to be honest, there should be back money on that as well, because you figure that DVD and that album did 5 million copies. So, you know, I'm thinking it should be recouped by now. So, you know, Universal, I'm coming. went to Game Direct. At the time when we had did that, we was when we was trying to get through the whole shady. Shout out to Riggs Morales. Riggs Morales used to be the A&R over there at Shady Records, and that's how we have a relationship with him. He was one of the guys that put us in the Source magazine. He used to be an editor at the Source, so he was the one that put us in the Source magazine after we did the Pun and the Nas records, and he was like, "Yo, y'all the next guys." So that's the connection to how we had got to the game. So we had got to Shady Records through that way, and I think we did an Obi Trice record too, but that didn't really get released. And then the Lloyd Banks record that we just did, that's recent. So you know what I'm saying, like Lloyd reached out to us on something different for the Halloween Havoc joint, and we did that joint on there. Lloyd Banks taking notes. The name of the record slipped me. I don't know what happened just now. I'm having an old man moment. Let's go. Let's go. For everybody that's joining the live, I did 3 beats this evening. How long we been on live now? We've been on live for about an hour. And I just did a quick 3 joints. Nothing too crazy. Just loops. Some drum samples. And I just put them together. I don't really think about it too much anymore. Like before, it used to take, days to get this stuff on there, you know what I mean? But you know how it go. Shout out to TM. Listen, my discography is crazy. If you think about it, right? We did Big Pun. I got a Boot Camp record too. I know, we don't talk about that too much. We did Boot Camp. We did Big Pun. Big Pun is our first placement ever. That goes platinum. Then we started working on Raekwon's second album. This is Raekwon's second album after he did the Purple Tape. So you know how hard that was to do an album after the Purple Tape. You know how hard that was. That was the most pressure that I don't think we ever had on us, right? And the second Raekwon album, Immobilarity, what y'all heard is not what that really wasn't the album. You know what I'm saying? The album that we constructed, it was plagued with sample issues. You know, some of the best records that we had just did not clear, right? And you got to think about it. Ray, we was on that record, on that album. Ray had the Hitman on that album. Angeletti gave him a joint that just didn't make the album. That one was fire. There was just a bunch of joints that just did not make the album Immobilarity like it was supposed to be constructed. And then as we were constructing that album, Ghost was in jail. Ghost didn't get out until we was almost finished with it. And by the time we was finished with it, he was trying to find a place on the album, and it just couldn't find a place with it because, Ray was trying to do the American Cream Team thing. So what you heard is what you heard, but I know that it was a much, much, much better album. During that time, I got the chance to meet RZA. I got a record with RZA. It's Not a Game. It's on the Black and White soundtrack. It's Raekwon with American Cream Team and RZA. So I was able to meet RZA in California. He did the record with us, and that was just crazy. And then through Raekwon is how we met Nas. You know what I'm saying? So, and then everybody who knows our story, my partner used to be an A&R at Loud Records. And he brought me in as an A&R consultant on the Raekwon project. And then, he had a relationship with Pun. He had a relationship with Prodigy. And, Prodigy, the record that we gave to Prodigy was actually for his HNIC album. But he wound up getting Nas on it, and Nas wanted it for the QB album. So that's how that went. But in retrospect, what we should have did, we should have said, yo, man, put it on both projects. So that was crazy. And then we went from there to, what else did we do? We did that stuff. We did a joint with Maya. Shout out to her. You know what I'm saying? A few joints with her. That was definitely a pleasure. Then I came out to Atlanta, started rocking with Shorty Low. Nas, Shorty Low. It's crazy, right? Started rocking with Shorty Low. Shout out to him. Rest in peace to him. I'm sorry. He showed us a lot of love. Little Scrappy. We got, a record with Little Scrappy. Little Scrappy was one of the first guys out here in Atlanta that worked with us. And then we started rocking hard with Alley Boy. Trouble, rest in peace. And then Alley put us on to Waka Flocka. And then Alley also put us on to Killer Mike. So, it's a story, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a story. And then, we got a hold of Gibbs. We did a joint with Gibbs. We did early Meek Mill, we've been around. You'll see what it is. Havoc's one of the GOATs. Nothing tops that Infamous album. That's like a blueprint for me. Along with that, and along with like some of the Q-Tip. Trouble from Atlanta. He was part of the duct tape that got killed out here. A rapper that got killed out here. A few years back. Rest in peace to him. He was part of like Mike Will's camp. He had a record with Drake. If you look him up, it goes by Trouble. That was the first beat I did this in the live, and this was the second beat we did in the live. Trouble from the Bronx. I think I might know who you're talking about, man. White guy, Spanish guy. Let's go. That was the second joint we did, and the last joint, of course, if you just got into the live. People saying to leak the original Raekwon album. Can't do that, man. I'll still talk to Power, man. Can't do that. So those are the beats that I worked on this evening. Before I get out the live, shout out to all the producers out there. Shout out to Producer World. I did a post a few days ago, maybe a little bit over a week ago, where I was telling people how the record industry sometimes tries to rob producers of their royalties. And I was telling people that I was helping folks get their royalties, to get their money. It's a little bit of a process, but not a lot of people understand it. Not a lot of people know it. So I was basically trying to help some guys who basically weren't getting their advances. They're not getting their publishing. They're not getting any of their mechanical royalties. They're not getting any of their master recording royalties. So we was trying to put together a little bit of a team to kind of help guys recover those things. So if you're a producer out there, or if you guys know producers out there who got placements, who done major work, major work, big work, small work, but it's getting taken advantage of, y'all just have them reach out to me, man, and we're going to try to get them their bread. For those people who trying to get into the music business, I'll always leave the books on the right so that you can see them. It's the ultimate guide to forming your own music LLC. You got to have your own business in order to make sure that you can collect your money. The Musician's Guide to Music Publishing. You got to understand music publishing if you really want to have a living in this thing. And then also the Musician's Guide to Music Copyrights. You got to understand what's happening with these copyrights, especially with AI. Those are available at arkatechbeats.com. Make sure you use the code SAVE10. All right. Outside of that, shout out to everybody that got into the live. Shout out to everybody that was dropping jewels, gifts, whatever this thing is. TikTok is wild. I don't know who's on Instagram. Who's on Instagram? Oh, shout out to my man Alan NYC. That's my man. Fat Born Thug. That's my dog right there. Shout out to my partner Mike Trauma D. What else? And we're trying to get this going, man. We're going to try to make it work, do the best we can. But until next time, y'all, I'm out. I'm going to be playing this beat on the way out. So I like the second one the best, so I'm going to play that out on the way out. Peace, everybody. Be safe out there.